Armor durability does not decrease when protection enchanted armor takes environmental damage.
Is that the Enderman texture? It looked like a ghast on legs. Hang on. I've gotta go.
It might be, but it's been like that for a little while.
I know, my texture pack just changed. Hello, this is Mother Confessor. I'm here on the Better Than Wolves mod in Swallow Falls, and today we're doing a quick tour of our village. Turtle Guy and Full Sailor are here with me, and they are the other two who created this world. We've got cats in our forest out here to protect against creepers, and we have cactuses lining our village. Spider protection, yeah, and
yes.
I'm assuming any other mob protection, although the spiders are the biggest ones since they can climb over our village walls. Come inside our village. This was our old cow pen, and somebody just cleared out the chickens. Yeah?
No, I would never.
Ah, Turtle Guy did that. Sporting his steel armor. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
All steel or all steel?
So we've got our villagers. They made apartments for them to stay in over here. This is where they keep to themselves. And then that was somebody feeding her chickens down in the chicken farm. We have our storage room. It's 2 layers, or 2 floors, I should say, where everything is labeled. This is our body parts chest is the best way to describe it. Yes, this is the
body bits.
Body bits, yes. This is the kitchen. Cooking stoves. We've got our nether coal, food stuffs, and sandwich chest. Alright, moving directly back, we have some more. We kind of left it as a natural feel in the village. We left a lot of the structures here, and we just used what space we could to plant. We also put planters on top of some of the roofs and planted up there for food. In here we have a stoked cauldron and a unstoked cauldron.
Stoked
crucible. Excuse me. You guys want to talk a little bit about what that is? Like, how is this even made, and what is the difference between a stoked and unstoked? Just like a really quick overview for the audience.
Yeah, the crucible melts down any metal items for you.
Which is the front one?
The front one, yeah. You can melt down your iron tools for reuse. It's also used for forging soul forged steel. It also that's pretty much it. It melts things down for you.
And the back one?
The back one is a stoked cauldron, and you use that to basically like render down things that you don't want.
Okay.
Or kind of change them into something new. So like a used bow will turn into sticks and string. Rotted arrows will turn back into...
There's also a danger here, am I correct, in putting wrong things in one of them?
Right, yeah. If you put anything explosive in a stoked cauldron, it will explode.
Okay. So, and that explosion will kill you, I'm correct in
Depending on how much material you put in there.
Okay. Also next to that is this is the kiln, correct?
Right.
Which this has been modified to have 4 slots, which you can put unfired pottery to make urns and all other sorts of things. It's how we made
plants.
Yeah, our planters. Over here, this axle.
And the crucible is made in the kiln.
Okay, the crucibles are made in the kiln.
So you have to make the kiln before you can make the crucible.
This axle-looking thing in the back of this workshop is what?
Well, that's to our windmill.
And our windmill is what provides power to our village?
The whole village.
Gotcha. Okay, so I'm going to go up to the top of Je Windmill. And so something great about having found a village in the desert is that our windmill is not affected by our windmills are affected by rain, but we don't get rain in the desert. So if we did perhaps live in a biome where there was rain, we would have to just make sure it was always off during a rainstorm.
Yeah.
Is that correct? Otherwise, it would break.
Right.
Okay.
In storms, yep.
So real quick, Andrew, while I'm up here, you want to explain the tree farm? Just like a really quick overview of, like, you have it growing wood from the top, and there's a light sensor at the bottom, so it knows when to cut it.
Right. Yeah. It actually it starts growing at the bottom, and then there's a sand pusher system at the bottom to push the grown trees up. We have not finished the harvesting portion of it at the top, but it's a work in progress.
Okay. And then we also have a saw, and can you name off some of the mechanical things that are using the power from the windmill in our village? Okay.
So we have automatic saw. We have an automatic pottery spinner. We have that's over here.
Okay. So this is our pottery spinner. Yes.
Yep. Pottery spinner's on the right.
Okay. And over here on the left
is the automatic saw. So right now it's going through all the different things that are in the block dispenser on the left.
Okay.
And basically reducing them down into whatever items in the bottom chest there.
So this is the block dispenser for the pottery, and you have to go through that many in order to get, I think it's currently set on
soul urns.
Unfired pottery, right? Which gives you an urn if you burn it. And then
we can go into these in more detail if you would like, guys.
And yeah, in later videos we can go into more detail on any of the things that we've built in our worlds. This is potions room, Zach?
Yeah, this is actually...
That was the original workshop.
Oh, the original workshop. What's going on with the table of weird-looking...
We've got our 4 brewing stands.
Brewing stands?
Brewing is a slow process.
Okay. So that you can do multiple things at once?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And...
Turntable, anvil, craftsman table, and a saw.
Okay. So this was like kind of like the original workshop, and then you guys built out more automated stuff.
Right.
We also have our enchanted library. You want to explain that a little bit about, like, we've got bookshelves, which we made a lot of books. We also found
a stronghold.
We found a stronghold and raided the library.
Okay, and got many books from the library there.
We haven't built an infernal enchanter yet.
Okay. What is the difference between an infernal enchanter and what you have now?
The infernal enchanter can enchant mattocks, battle axes, refined tools, and the steel armor. I see. So if you want an enchanted thing, currently you have to use iron or some other lower level thing in order to enchant it.
Yeah, that's a better than Wolf's feature.
Okay. So Flower Child has made many a thing difficult in our world, but we also really enjoy the challenges that has brought to the game. I think, other than just that, what would you guys say is like one of your favorite, I don't know, Flower Child additions to Minecraft with the Better Than Wolves mod?
Silence.
I know. Dead silence.
Well,
I mean, name some things that he has done, and maybe we can pick a favorite from those. Like,
things are just scarier, and because you have to think, more critically. It makes the game more fun because you can't just, sleep in a bed overnight. You can't, and just escape all of the mobs.
Right.
You have to,
Survival's
survive.
more
Survival
real.
is real.
And both of you, I've noticed, you're more into survival mode even in regular Minecraft before you started playing with Better Than Wolves. And then, the things that Flower Child has added has really even enhanced the importance of certain things in survival mode or made it more difficult to survive. Can you explain that, like the love of survival mode versus creative mode? And I don't know, I feel like there's this war between people who love survival mode and people who could really care less and they just build things in creative mode. And why do you guys fall on the survival side of it?
I wouldn't classify it as our characterize it as a war. It's mostly just people are passionate about how their play styles, and we're just playing the way that is most fun for us. Doesn't get boring as quickly.
Okay.
Maybe it's just because we're not as artistic and so creative. When you have no limits, it's harder to enjoy what you're creating because you're like, oh, I could just use more and more stuff, and now it's more like I made it look good with what I had versus
right.
The whole repertoire of creative mode stuff.
Okay. Okay. Can you, real quick, this is going to be the end of the tour for today, go over the chicken farm that we have going on here and what systems you've used in the background of it to make it happen. We've got these cages that you've built out of wood with the hatch doors, what are those called? The
trapdoors.
Trapdoors. And
they're all sitting on a hopper.
They're all sitting on a hopper so that when they lay eggs or if extra seeds are dropped into their cage, we collect those down here. I'll show you.
Yep.
And then up here we put in seeds, press the button, and I'll turn up so you can... Holy hell from heaven. What just happened?
That sounded like a creeper.
Did we have a creeper in our chicken room? Wow.
Sounds like it. I'm going to have to go through here with spectacles and find where it spawned.
We've had so many days without incidents, so this is...
we get complacent.
Yeah, we do. We get really comfortable in our village that we've secured. So Zach's going to go get the ender goggles and make sure that we don't have any spawning points out here. I'm pretty sure that's right here. Yeah, that's probably where it happened. Okay, well I'm going to go ahead and feed our chickens. And they all cluck when they're happily fed. And then we just go through and collect them, and then we break open the eggs up top and get their feathers for arrows. And also, what kind of armor was that, Zach?
Yeah, because that's actually a
better than
wolves thing that you can't breed chickens. So in vanilla Minecraft, unrealistically, or counter to how chickens work in real life, you just feed them seeds and then they breed like mammals. And so then you just get baby chickens. Now, in Better Than Wolves, you have to collect the eggs and harvest them like you would have.
Okay, so that's another addition that makes it more challenging and also more lifelike, I assume is what you're going for there. Well, this has been fun. Again, we're playing on Better Wolves by Flower Child, and this is Mother Confessor, Turtle Guy, and Fool Sailor on Swallow Falls. So any questions, please post, and we will go into more detail about anything mechanical or otherwise in our world.
See ya.